Hello and welcome. In today's presentation, we will discuss how to create a tuition assistance policy, including deciding, documenting, and enacting assistance for families in need while remaining profitable and protected. The information contained here has been prepared by Civitas Strategies and is not intended to constitute legal, tax, or financial advice. The Civitas Strategies team has used reasonable efforts in collecting, preparing, and providing this information, but does not guarantee its accuracy, completeness, adequacy, or currency. The publication and distribution of this information are not intended to create, and receipt does not constitute, an attorney-client or any other advisory relationship. Reproduction of this information and recording of this content, including the use of AI, are expressly prohibited. Only non-commercial uses of this work are permitted. In today's conversation, we will discuss different types of assistance you can offer, as well as how to create a policy you can follow. Additionally, even though offering tuition assistance is not required, doing so can be good for your business. Knowing that you are willing to offer financial help can attract more families to your program, and it can help the children in your care too, as studies have shown that having economically diverse children in a group setting can help the development of all the children in your program. When it comes to offering financial assistance to families, there are three common types: sliding scale fees, scholarships, and discounts based on certain criteria. Sliding scale fees adjusts tuition based on economic need, usually as defined by the family's gross income. Gross income is all the money that a family takes in before any expenses or taxes. You can and should ask for pay stubs to verify gross income. You can set your sliding scale to determine a family's tuition based on where their income falls concerning the state median income (SMI) or the federal poverty level for a family of the same size. You can opt to set one tuition level for families below a certain threshold, say 85% of SMI, or you can have various rates for different levels of income and other factors, such as having multiple children in the program. Scholarships are another way of offering financial assistance and can be determined based on a variety of criteria. You could use financial need as a determining factor, which can be useful for families experiencing either a temporary need or an ongoing financial hardship. Scholarships can be useful in situations where financial need is difficult to determine, such as a family that is dealing with medical bills or a temporary job loss, or when a situation needs more flexibility than a strict sliding scale can offer. Discounts present a third option to offer tuition assistance based on the criteria you choose. You could offer discounts to siblings in your program, as paying for child care for multiple children can be exceptionally expensive for some families. You also could offer discounts to children of military families or teachers, or you could opt to offer discounts based on financial need. For example, if a family in your program falls below 85% of SMI, you could offer 25% off of their copay in tuition discounts. Choosing what type of financial assistance to offer is only the first step. Now you need to make it official. That means putting the policy in writing, communicating it to all the families in your program, and making it accessible for current and future families to read and review. We strongly suggest putting the policy on your website, in your parent handbook, and posting it in your facility in a place where all families can see it. Not only does this help families in need, but it also publicly displays your commitment to helping the families in your community. Wherever you are sharing information about your tuition assistance policy, you should include as many details as possible. Not only does this help families understand what you are offering, but it also helps eliminate any confusion and potential misunderstandings with families. You should detail exactly what kind of tuition assistance you are offering, who is eligible for the program, how much funding is available, and if that funding is contingent on you receiving any other funding. You should also include information on how a family can apply, any deadlines, and if there is an appeal process once decisions are made. You will find sample policy wording for the various types of discounts you might want to offer in the tool that accompanies this presentation. If the policy is new, you should announce it to all families. Make sure to provide a complete description of your program. If you are offering a sliding scale fee based on gross income, let families know that tuition rates will be based on gross family income as compared to the state median income (SMI). If you decide to offer any full or partial scholarships as part of the program, include that information, making sure to detail the criteria for awarding scholarships, if scholarships automatically renew or need to be applied for each year, and how families can apply. Will your program offer a percentage discount? Again, include details. Tell families how the discount is awarded and how much it is. In all cases, you need to make sure that any deadlines and eligibility requirements are clearly explained, and families know how and when they will be notified of your decisions. Pro tip: many childcare providers already implement tuition assistance for families but do not have a formal policy in place. Having a policy will allow you to equitably enforce the policy and give clear guidelines to families so they know if they're eligible and what assistance they should expect to receive. Take a moment to think about the instances where you've offered tuition assistance to families. Now think of using that as a guide as you write your formal policy. Questions will come up. No matter what type of tuition assistance policy you decide to offer, it's inevitable that questions will arise. You should always make sure to explain the appeal process if you choose to offer one. And keep in mind that the easiest way to deal with questions is to answer them before they're asked. One way to do this is to make sure you have clearly stated who is and who is not eligible for any type of financial assistance, including scholarships. If you will be making decisions based on applications submitted by families, make sure your decision points are clear so all staff and families understand them. Similarly, if you are offering a sibling discount, clearly state how many children must be enrolled from one family before they are eligible and the length of the sibling discount, whether it is for the family's entire enrollment or a shorter period of time. Be sure to do the math for different situations to see the economic impact on your program. If you are offering assistance based on financial need, clearly define the state median income and share the income levels that are attached to your tuition assistance policy. You also have options when creating your policy. For example, you could create an application and have a structured review process. You could offer tuition assistance only to families whose children are enrolled in full-time care. You also could require that families submit pay stubs to verify their financial need. Keep in mind, however, that you will need to guard any documents with personal information very carefully, as you could be liable if there was a data breach. You also could require families to show verification that they are working in order to receive assistance. None of these are required, but they are options available to you as you craft your policy. Finally, you also do not have to choose between offering a sliding scale fee, scholarships, or tuition discounts. All three types of assistance policies can be offered simultaneously. Just remember, whatever options you choose for your tuition assistance policy must be documented and clearly explained to all families. Additional resources for early care and education can be found at the Wisconsin Early Childhood Association or WECA website. If you are not a member of the Wisconsin Early Education Shared Services Network, visit their website to learn more about business training and the support it offers.